Hi love, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're a returning subscriber, if you're a new subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing to this YouTube channel. And if this is your first time of seeing me here on YouTube, please click that subscribe button, subscribe to this YouTube channel. So as you guys saw, or as it is written on the title, this topic is about saving for 2023. And do you know that when I actually thought of this topic, I meant it financially, I meant saving financially. But then as I kept thinking about it and as I wanted to film this YouTube video, something else popped up in my mind, and that is where I want to channel this conversation. Saving for 2023. When I say saving for 2023, do you know that you can be saving more of yourself in 2023? What do I mean by saving more of yourself in 2023? There are a lot of things that we say, we do, we act that you could actually save to yourself. You could keep those things to yourself and you'll be saving yourself, saving your reputation, saving so many things. Let me break down what's going on in my head with instances. For example, let's say you go to a gathering, a family meeting, or your work meeting, and you start saying some things, start saying some things. Do you know that from saying those things, people will end up saying that this is what Chidima said in that meeting, and some people will hold on to that thing as reason why they hate me, or the reason why they can't come close to me because of something I said. Imagine if I had saved that thing to myself. They would not have anything to hold on to that I did to them or I said to them that is causing that problem. At times, when you start being friends with someone newly, you end up pouring your whole heart to them, telling them your Genesis, your Exodus down to your Revelation. You end up pouring all of yourself to that friendship that the person will see you finish. This is what brings about see finish, because there is nothing about you that is hidden in that person's eyes again. The person knows everything that, even things that person should not know, the person already knows about it. So now see finish, you don't be. Then you go to work for someone. I'm not saying that working for someone with your whole heart is no good, but you end up pouring everything that you are and that you'll be to that person without leaving some to yourself. And it is not. Now, what I'm saying is this particular point is going to create a lot of misunderstanding. So let me rather explain what I mean by that. Now, when you go to work for somebody and you know that, okay, let me use this illustration that I had when I went for a conference one time. You're working for somebody and you work for this person from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. or 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Now 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is yours. Is no longer that person's own, because you work for this person from 7 to 8 p.m. Now that time that is yours, you should use it for yourself. You should use it to build yourself, to develop yourself, not just giving that person your 7 to 8 and then you waste your other time. When you're dedicated to making someone else grow, also be dedicated to making yourself grow. There are so many ways this thing applies. But in this is not going to be a long video, it's going to be quite a short video. In 2023, try as much as possible to save some of yourself to yourself. That is what I mean by saving for 2023. Save some of yourself to yourself. There are some enemies that you have inherited, because of the things you said. You've inherited because of, see, in this life, no matter what you do, everybody will not like you. The people that hate you because of the things that you have said to them. We also have instances, which I've also given here, that I once upon a time told someone about a plan or something I wanted to start, and the person ended up starting that thing way before me, and even used the name I told that person I wanted to start this thing with for this particular person's self. Now in 2023, keep some things to yourself, save some to yourself. Be it plans, be it ambitions. Not everybody is in support of you. Not everybody is rooting for you. Know the people, know your tribe. Know the people you can easily and openly say things to, and they would rather give you ideas than steal your ideas. I once had a conversation with somebody, and I remember the person telling me that, do you know that this is just like an instance that when you're in a relationship, that the reason why it's important for you to keep it to yourself and not tell people about it is that when you tell people about it, that person might not really mean bad for you. The person might mean well for you, but the person ends up sharing stories of bad relationships, things that have gone wrong in relationships with you, because they want you to be careful. But then by sharing these relationships, these stories, negative stories with you, what happens is you start to doubt that relationship you're in. You start to materialize all those things you're hearing. You're internalizing it, keeping it to yourself, and before you know what would happen, you start displaying, acting up based on those things you have heard. Those things might not necessarily be true for your own situation, for your own relationship, but because this person said this, at least happens to that person, and I said it over and over to you, you end up acting that way. The same way with your dreams, with your aspiration, with your goals. There are people in my life that if I'm planning to do something, I will never, I'm saying it now, I will never share those things with them, because what they would do is to cut those feelings down, to cut those aspirations down, to cut those ambitions down, and belittle it and make it feel like it's nothing, and maybe that thing was something big. But there are people in my life that when I tell that this is my plan for this and this, what they will do is, Chidima, it's actually good. This is what they'll start telling you, things like putting things in place for you to help you build to that extent, or to help you with that thing that you want to do. Now keep some for yourself. Don't share everything with everybody. It will backbite you. Be in your relationship, don't come out and tell everybody what's going on. In your marriage, don't come out and tell everybody what's going on. I'm not asking you to pretend that everything is okay when it's not. But what I'm asking you to do is filter through the details of your life, of your work life, of your ambitions, of your dreams, of I almost forgot, but this is an important part that God has been telling me, but I don't even know why it is difficult for me. Maybe my mouth has some sieves in it that I don't know, that when he's warning me and he's saying these things to me, I still can't help myself. There are visions that God shares with you that you should save for yourself, you should keep for yourself. I almost forgot this thing, and maybe this is the particular message that God wants to pass across, that even made him change this particular topic to what it is. There are visions that God shows you that you should keep to yourself. Remember in the Bible, when Joseph shared the dream he had with his siblings that made them sold him, they even planned to kill him before they ended up selling him. Though that selling was the plan of God, was for God's name to be glorified. Yes. And at times you can do things without even knowing, for God's name to be glorified. But imagine if imagine if Joseph had not shared that dream with his siblings. He would still be in his father's house, and I'm sure God would have found another way to make that miracle happen without him having to pass through those years of suffering that he had to pass through. Now there are things that you will share with people. There are some visions, there are some dreams that God has put into you, that when you share with people, it is an easier way of putting yourself in a long jump. When I say long jump, I mean putting yourself through unnecessary and maybe unprecedented suffering because you shared that thing with that person. In the book of Daniel saw a vision, and the angel of God, Angel Gabriel, came to Daniel and told him that this vision that you have seen now, you should not share with anybody, because it is still a long time before it happens. Imagine me telling my siblings, just for an instance, because I want you to actually really imagine this thing. Imagine me telling my siblings that, oh, I've seen in a dream that I'm going to be more successful than all of you, that I'm going to own more things than all of you. Now, my siblings might be good people, but they are human beings. What will happen is that when I need their help for some certain things, the first thing that will come to their mind is, oh, so this girl is coming to me for help so that I can help her and do this, and she would be the best, or she'll be the most successful in this family, Now, my siblings, because they have the fear of God, might actually do that for me. But if it's people that don't have the fear of God, they will stop rendering any help that would help me actualize that dream any sooner or any faster. In this year 2023, know things that you should not share with people and things you should keep for yourself. The visions, the dreams that God is sharing with you, keep them to yourself. God has been warning me about these things. There are some things I will see, and it's just like I can hear a voice telling me to keep it to myself, keep it to myself, keep it to myself. But I see this mouth, it will still be running until I end up sharing everything. So please know the dreams to be sharing. I know the people you are sharing it with. If Joseph has shared that dream with his father, who loved him so much, his father and him would have kept his secret, and he would not have gone through all of that stress that he had gone through. The same way now, that you should know the right person to share your dream with, or the right persons to share it with, before you go and share it to your village people and they will seize everything, and something that was meant to happen in 1 year will end up happening in 300 years. Now, for me personally, for instance, if someone should tell me, Chidima, you're going to buy a car this year, now maybe in my mind of minds, in my heart of hearts, I already was wishing or praying to God that I want to get a car in this year. If someone now tells me that, Chidima, I'm going to buy a car in this year, what I'm going to reply is, from your lips to God's ears. That is not me affirming, that is you saying, I mean taking what you have said to God. You know, the things that you should keep to yourself and things that you should share. I honestly feel in my heart of hearts that this particular place sums up everything, and is the heart of this video. Because like I said when I started, my plan for saying saving plan for 2023, that was the initial topic. Saving plan for 2023 was financial. It was never meant to be about warning or asking you to do this or not do that. It was for me to talk about finances in this year 2023. But as I was about to sit down to film this video to talk about finances, it felt as if something was telling me, no, don't talk about finances, talk about saving some of yourself in 2023. So I've basically said it, and I know that this thing is meant for a couple of persons. I hope those persons get this video, which is why I want you to please share this video to as many people as you can share it with. There are tons of people that you can save from stress, you can save from unnecessary heartache, you can save from some suffering, you can even save from death because you share this particular YouTube video with them. People are out there sharing things they should not share with people they should not be sharing it with, and they feel it's normal. They don't even know what's going on, and it's going to lead them to an early grave. Share this video with them. I am begging you now, because like I said earlier, this was not my plan for this video, but for this video to turn out like this shows that it's meant for people, and I hope that those people, they get a hold of it. And sure, help me to make sure that they get a hold of this message. All right, thank you so much. Remember to like, remember to drop a comment, and remember to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Thank you so much. Bye.